movies. I'm Scott. I like drama. I like singing. I like dancing. I was just born to be on.
Girls. Ooh, they want it. They like it. And they get it. They want me inside.
The pub mainly is where I have my best times. I just get smashed and I love
Writing. And exploring my own mind. And imagination, creation. There's one thing I need to do.
And that's to subscribe to Scott Ridley on YouTube. Click a button. Click it. Go on. You know you want it.
Moving on to a subject where business is growing, has anyone noticed that Cardiff is slowly becoming a little London, with opportunities becoming available to get into the show business, with the new studios and Cardiff talent growing in numbers? I'm here with Macaulay Rimmer. Macaulay is a third-year student at the University of South Wales, studying media studies. Macaulay is an up-and-coming producer whose plan is to make it big time in the film business. He's here to discuss how difficult it can be to get into the business and how he plans to increase his chances to be a success. We'll also be talking about his latest project and how he plans to make his dream a reality. So, hi Mac.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, good, cheers.
Good. So, what made you want to be a producer as opposed to getting into acting, camera work, directing, that sort of stuff?
Well, I've always loved doing film. Ever since I was younger, I used to go to cinema all the time, and ever since I saw those movies, I was just like, I want to see my name up there. Yeah. But acting wasn't for me. I tried it out, and then directing, tried it out again, and then producing I found was kind of where I wanted to be.
So you want to be the big boss, basically?
The big boss in charge.
So what would you say was the best route to go down to get into producing?
But I wouldn't say there's a right route or not, or a good or bad route, because there's so many different ways of getting into it. You can go through university like me, or you could just go out and do it from finishing school. And I know people that have done it and made it big both ways.
Interesting. So, because obviously Cardiff's booming at the moment, it's getting bigger and better, do you find yourself staying in Cardiff to be a producer, or do you think you will go elsewhere?
Well, I don't know at the minute. I'm kind of just keeping my options open. Like, London is massive, as you say. That could be the next step for me. Manchester, or staying here in Cardiff. I'm not sure yet.
So like I said earlier, your project that you're working on at the moment, Deep Water, it's a sitcom. Tell me more about that. What's it about? What's it involve?
Well, yeah, it's a situational comedy about 4 guys and 2 girls. It's going well at the minute. We're in pre-production, and then we're going to be doing production. We're going to be filming in the next month or 2. And then after that, hopefully by the end of uni, we'll have a finished package that we can then try and pitch on to BBC, Channel 4, E4, all those sort of channels.
So obviously a lot of people will be having this idea to create something like this and pitch it to the business. What makes yours a little bit more special? What's your unique selling point?
Well, at the minute, we're kind of focusing on the fact that we're all students, and it's all a student-based project, whereas we're not all professionals, and I think that's kind of, if we can show off ourselves in a professional manner, then that puts us on the next step over people that have been doing it for years, but we still have the same quality.
So basically you want to show them that you've got the potential to make it big, and it's not the finished article, but you need them to make it that much better.
Yeah, we need this is something to just get them to notice us in a way.
What would you say the most difficult challenge you'll be facing trying to get this on air?
I don't know about the most difficult, because there's so many different aspects of my role as a producer and then getting this on air. So at the minute I've faced challenges that I didn't think I would have to, and then I know that there's going to be challenges in the future. But I'd say the biggest one at the minute for me is trying to get everyone organised and trying to get everyone into the same sort of umbrella, that everyone knows what they're doing and when they're doing it.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming in and sharing that with us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Macaulay. Hi, James.
Hi, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good.
So, you've been the manager of the Crewers Pub for 5 years. How have you found that the pub industry has changed in that time?
The last 5 years has been massive, if you like, in terms of changing times in the hospitality sector as a whole. I mean, we've gone from 2011, where we had a rate of 26 pubs closing a week across the UK. That's now eased to about 5 closing down a week. But there was the recession hit the hospitality industry hard. your normal spit and sawdust boozers were dying off across the thing, and it seems to be more of a food-led industry now, that unless you offer food in your business, you won't survive.
So why do you think that? Do you think it's to do with the cost or the health warnings out there at the moment?
I think it's more to do with the fact that where you used to have your spit and sawdust pubs and contractors used to finish work, like the lads at 5 o'clock and pile into the pub and have a few beers. Those days are gone now. They all work for large companies, or they just don't have the work out there, so they don't have the money to come and spend in the boozers. It seems to be very much a dying thing that the workmen come in after work and have a few beers, and that's what most pubs were based on. And as that's phased out, pubs have had to change with the times, and most refurbishments, especially from an SA Brain perspective, that we do now, all have kitchens installed to offer the food.
So the Cruis pub itself is nominated top 4 in South Wales.
Correct.
How did you respond to this? This must have been amazing news.
Absolutely. Well, it's always been a thing for me, is we've developed the Cruis from a very small business when it was refurbed, sort of taking £11,000 a week. It was massively underachieving, up to a business that can now take £30,000 on a good week. We have a wide base of customers. Our customer base is from 18 months right the way up to 90 years of age. And all those people seem to come in, students, pensioners, and they all bond and they all find a good atmosphere. To be voted one of the best 4 pubs in Wales is South Wales is absolutely great. Something that we've been working towards. I believe that a firm team, good kitchen, good food, good standards have all helped us achieve that. We've got customers that are loyal to us, and I'm loyal to them, and I think that is part of it. I hate to boast about myself, but some of the customers that come here don't come because of the pub. They come because I'm running that pub and they know how I run that ship. And having a great team behind you makes all the difference.
So what would you say if you could pick one thing about the Cruis that really makes the Cruis stand out amongst the rest? Because a lot of other pubs have good teams and good managers. Do you think there's a single thing that really just separates the Cruis from the lot?
There's no single one thing that I could say that's why we're different. If I was to say that, then the only thing that I could say that makes us different to everywhere else is me. I'm the one that makes this pub very different from everyone else. I mean, from what we call a template perspective in SA Brains, all pubs that are in a certain template are meant to be very much the same. Well, I've always been very individual. I don't want to be the same as every other pub. This is very much its own thing. I'll run it my way, and it's successful because of that. I'm not saying that I break rules, but I will bend them to achieve the best for the business, and that's paid dividends.
Do you find that, obviously you said that you don't necessarily stick by the book, do you find that that's put you in a bad position with the company, or do you think the rate of what you're actually bringing in and really contributing to the company itself overrides that?
4 years ago, when I first started being a maverick manager, if you like, and doing my own things, there were questions, and the company gave me enough rope to hang myself. Unfortunately for them, I didn't hang myself, and this is now one of the most profitable businesses that they have out of the 125 estate that we have. For instance, let me break that down to you. We are a business that can put 25p in every pound into the bank. That goes without saying. That's pretty good profit. Not as good as our coffee shops. Our coffee shops can put 80p in every pound. But it's a low turnover, small staff group. All the shops are very much small, and coffee seems to be a massive earner at the minute. But to take that sort of money, 25p out of every pound, is good standing. I mean, we have pubs in the estate that cost us 4p in every pound to keep open. So to give you a sort of indication of how things stand. And SA Brain this year have said that anything that costs us money to keep open, we'll sell. There's no point in us paying to keep businesses open. What's the point? All right, it's great for the turnover point of view that we have more money going through the bank, but when it comes to the bottom line profit, we're actually paying to keep that business open. Why?
The film itself is action-packed with numerous fight scenes, such as the war between the Rebellion and the Empire, Ewoks and the Stormtroopers, and the ultimate duel, Vader versus Luke, father versus son, evil versus good. The epic ending of the film saw that evil was defeated and Luke has become a powerful Jedi, which I'm sure is leaving the public on the edge of their seats to see what Disney and George Lucas can bring with the 7th film, December this year.